my channel. I'm currently having my breakfast with you. I used my sourdough starter this morning to make a little kind of sourdough flatbread, for lack of a better way to explain it. I think actually that's a really good way to explain it. It's a sourdough flatbread. I put a little green onion, I season it. It's the sourdough starter that I discard every morning as I make my sourdough starter. I'm really excited to be jumping back into making sourdough bread and making bread in general. I really fell in love with making bread in 2020, as most of us did. I feel like everybody was baking bread at that time, and I still really love it, and I still want to do it, especially living here on the homestead. I want to get really good at just consistently having sourdough bread baking in the oven here in the house, because we buy sourdough bread every time we go to the grocery store. So because I love baking it and it is something that we consume a lot, I figured it makes sense for me to get back into it. It's kind of a milestone moment for me, because the fact that I'm able to kind of sit back and bake bread again really shows me that we've come a long way and that we are at the point in our life where we can do things like that again. I think throughout the whole renovation process and looking for a home, and just like over those 9 months of us not having a bed or any of my baking supplies or anything like that, it really wasn't the time to be doing those things that I really love. Tomorrow is the 7th day of me feeding my starter, and if you know anything about sourdough, you know that that means that my sourdough starter should be ready. It's already bubbling up, it looks ready to go, it would probably work already, but I'm gonna do my 7 days. I'm gonna put in the time I'm supposed to make sure that it comes out right. And making sourdough bread is definitely, you gotta love making sourdough bread, because it does take a lot of time. You consistently have to do something every single day, every single morning for 7 days to be even able to make the sourdough bread. So it takes time and patience and a lot of love that you need to put into your starter. And I'm really excited that tomorrow's the day I can make the sourdough bread. If you guys want to know how to make it, how to do a starter, how to make sourdough bread, let me know. I'll probably create a reel on Instagram or something at some point. I actually just posted a recipe reel to Instagram right now. It is essentially, it's called a Salmon Bowl. And I think the person who created this recipe is at Emily Mariko. I found her on there and I'm like pretty positive that she's the one who started it. And it just looked so good when I saw it trending everywhere. It's essentially deconstructed sushi. Like, it has salmon, rice, seaweed, green onion, avocado, just so delicious. Soy sauce and like sriracha mayo, Japanese mayo. It's so good. I crave it pretty much every single day because I love salmon, I love sushi. And it's a way that you can make sushi at home. So if you're a sushi lover and you want to be able to make sushi at home more, check out my reel that I just posted, because it's such an easy recipe, but it's so good for like lunch or dinner. Welcome to our bedroom. This is definitely the biggest transformation so far in the house, and I'm showing it to you guys now because it's pretty close to being finished, which is very exciting. There are a couple of things that we need to do, like for instance, the closet. We're getting closet doors put in, but you guys are actually sitting right now on the closet sort of insert that we put into the wall, the closet organization that will be inside of the closet once we get the sliding doors. That being said, I'd say my favorite thing about this room so far are these 2 bedside lamps that are put into the wall. When we had the electrician come a couple of weeks ago, probably almost a month ago now, we asked him if he could update all the lights in the house as well. So he rewired the entire house. We have new plugs, new wiring, updated modern wiring, because this is an old farmhouse, so the wiring was just not as safe anymore, so we wanted to bring it up to safety code as much as possible. And so yeah, inside of the walls, everything is brand new, but everything that you see like plug wise too are all brand new. And I have just realized that updating your lights in the house is something that can make such a huge difference, and it's actually less expensive than like doing a whole reno of like a certain room or anything like that. Just like changing your lights makes such a big difference. So we have these two reading lights that I will turn on so you guys can have a look. I'm a little bit weary of this because it does this like strobe light thing on camera because it's LED. In person it doesn't do it, but I don't know if you guys are noticing like this like weird strobe. It looks okay. I don't know. I can't really tell. But if it's doing it, just know it doesn't really do it in person, but I want you guys to kind of see like what the lights next to the bed look like. And then we also have this pendant light that we added to the mix as well. So I'll turn that on so you guys can get a look at how that looks. So I just popped it on, and that one looks like it's kind of doing the strobe thing, but that is what the pendant light above the bed looks like, and then you drop down like this. And I'm just really loving how this looks overall. This is the bed that we brought from LA. So this headboard and the frame of the bed we have had for years, and the mattress. We knew we wanted to bring this to New Zealand. Like if there was one thing we were bringing, it was our bed. It's Tuft & Needle. We got it years ago and we still love it so much. It's incredibly comfortable. And then our duvet, I just got these sheets a couple of weeks ago and really, really love them. I love a waffle texture, and so I got a duvet with the like down insert, and then this is sort of a similar texture to waffle but a little bit different. And then this throw, I really love the colors. I feel like they're very soothing and calming, and that's what I want for this space in the bedroom. And then these are two throws, as you guys can see. I really love the color. I think it goes really nicely with the blankets. And then we've got like a 3-layer pillow situation, so comfortable. We just like kind of throw off these throws when we go to sleep at night, and then we use all of the pillows. Like I love sleeping with like one in between my legs, so does Alex, and yeah, so it's just really cozy. I've been thinking about adding something really simple and light above the bed, and I've had this since we lived in Los Angeles, and I was thinking that that would be nice over the bed or even on that wall, and maybe doing something a little bit different here. This I like, but it's kind of expected, I guess you could say. But I don't know, maybe it's just the perfect thing. I think the colors match perfectly, and yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to go with something a little bit more unique because I was going to DIY something potentially with eucalyptus and a branch that I found outside and some twine. I still might try that, but so far we are really loving the way that this bedroom feels and looks at the moment. I will grab the camera and show you guys a bit more. I got these 2 matching nightstands from online. I just honestly searched rattan nightstand because I knew I wanted this look, and a bunch of different options came up. So if you're looking for something like this, just search rattan nightstand and something will come up, Hi Lanka. And then I have this diffuser here that I really love, and my Monstera, Lanka's like trying to get a cuddle out, and he's like pushing my hand. And then yeah, I've got the little Monstera plant in the corner, and then we have these beautiful curtains with a nice bold curtain rod up at the top. We added in these gold tie backs on both sides. And so you'll see the other one here. We just went for a simple rug in here. I might be adding like a thin, make yourself at home, Lunky. During the day he does lay on our bed, and that's kind of why I put this blanket down. He doesn't sleep in our bed at night, but every morning he gets nice and cozy right there on the blanket and just kind of hangs out here all day. He likes this room because it's nice and cool, I think. But we got this simple little rug. I think I might add like an end bench here, just really thin for the end of the bed, so that I can like sit there and look at the closet and think about what I want to wear. We knew we wanted to make this room the primary bedroom because of just where it's positioned in the house, right next to the bathroom, and also it stays very cool. And also there was this huge space, well, huge for an old farmhouse, in this area, and all the other bedrooms have smaller closets. So we got this insert. Alex and a handyman built it yesterday. The only drawback is there's this space here, as you can see. The insert is a little bit smaller than what our closet can like take. So I've been kind of thinking about what I'm gonna do with that empty space. I'll definitely utilize it somehow. I might add shelves and do this area for shoes. I'm not quite sure, but once we get the closet doors put in, you really won't be able to notice that there's that space there, and I'll be able to utilize it for something. We spoke to somebody yesterday about adding sliding doors to the closet, and they said because it is longer than other closets in like width. We spoke to somebody yesterday about adding closet doors, and they said that they could definitely do it because it's wider than other closets. They'll do 3 different sliding doors. So somebody's gonna come over and take a look at adding those to the closet pretty soon and give us a quote for it, but he kind of gave us the estimate over the phone and we were pretty good about it. So that's gonna be exciting because we like the way that essentially this insert for this closet was made so that you leave it open because it kind of like looks nice and you could put little like frames on the shelves and stuff like that. But because it's the first thing that we see every single morning when we wake up, we just want it to be clean. But all in all, this room is so close to being finished. It's later on in the day now. I put something cooler on because it's a humid day. It's crazy. Last week it rained pretty much every single day and it was cold. We even had the fireplace going, and it's summer in New Zealand. So it was a bit odd, but we're not mad about it. We always welcome the rain. Our ponds were completely empty and dry, and our house is on rainwater, so we haven't really had any close calls yet when it comes to water, which is good, I think, because we have 2 tanks and there's 2 of us. If you hear something in the kitchen, it's because Alex just got home from surfing and he's cooking up some dinner. But we always welcome water around here, rain, because we're on rainwater, and that means you want the rain to come so you can feel comfortable taking showers and all of that good stuff. But like I was saying, we haven't had any close calls yet. This summer was sort of our trial run to see if we feel as if we would need to get a 3rd water container. At some point we might, but so far so good. A lot of people say that January is the driest month in New Zealand. I don't know if that's entirely true. I know that the beginning of February has not been dry at all, but now, you know, we'll see. Maybe there will be a drier month or something like that. So we're just kind of waiting to see how it all unfolds, to see kind of if we need a 3rd tank or not later on. I got some planners. You guys probably saw my first video of the year. I went into town and I got like this like basic black planner. I couldn't really find anything that I wanted that was like the right size, and I'm very visual, so I wanted something that excites me. And so I wanted a journal and a planner for 2022, and I found some from this company called Kiki K. I think they're Australian. A lot of you recommended this company to me. It took a while to get to me, to be honest, and probably just because they were all back ordered, because it's when I ordered it, it was the beginning of the year. But it comes with little stickers that are so freaking cute. I just love them, and I love the front of the planner. It says 2022, now is the time, and a girl planting her little plant, which just feels very fitting. And I love the colors. I just love the way it's organized inside, so I'm feeling very good about this planner. And then this is a really beautiful little kind of like lemon veggie journal. So for me, the journal and the planner need to be exciting to write in. I need them to be aesthetically pleasing. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate in that sense, because it just makes it more exciting to use it, especially with the little stickers and all that kind of stuff. So I've already started writing in these over the last couple of days because they've just shown up, and I am loving them. So just a little update in the planner department. The Virgo in me, you know, just has to tell you guys about my new planner. I think I'm gonna take you guys outside now to say hi to Wilson, because he was recently sheared and he looks like an entirely different animal. So I definitely showed you guys on Instagram, so if you're following me there, You probably have already seen him in all of his shearedness and all of his sheared glory. He's looking very cute. He's looking more like a lamb than ever before. Side note, what I did with most of my Arvo today was I was filming TikToks because yes, I am on TikTok if you didn't know, and surprisingly my TikTok audience is bigger than my Instagram audience, and I've been on Instagram since 2014 and I've been on TikTok for probably a year. I never talk about like platforms and numbers or anything like that, but this is what I do. You know, I'm a content creator for a living. This is what I do for work. And so obviously I like to keep up with what's going on in the social media world and on platforms. As you guys have probably seen on my YouTube, I've been doing more of these shorts that YouTube has as well. It's crazy because I went in there recently and I rarely check my TikTok because there are just so many different platforms that I have to continuously keep up with. So I every once in a while I'll go over to TikTok and I'll post something and then I won't go back on for a while and then I'll go back on. But I just recently opened it up and saw that my last video that I had posted was at 500,000 views. And I was very surprised by that because it just like, some videos just kind of go crazy and I don't keep up with it. So all of a sudden I'll open it back up and be like, whoa. And so I noticed that my last video I posted was at almost 500,000 views. So I was like, I should probably make some more videos and, you know, keep up with it. So I have fun over on TikTok. I think that it's really candid and I still really love Instagram and YouTube. So I'm still having fun on kind of all the platforms right now. I guess I never really overthink anything at this point. I kind of just do what I want to do and I hope that it does well. And it feels like when I do what I want to do and I do things that aren't forced, they usually do well. So that's kind of just like how I avoid burnout and yeah, keep it fresh. Like I just kind of just go along with what I'm feeling like doing. So let's go outside and say hi to Wilson. You coming with me? Look who it is. Frida and Diego. Hi, friends. They don't have Waddles with them right now, but they normally do. She comes and goes. She can fly now. Waddles has learned that she can fly. So sometimes Frida and Diego will, excuse you, I don't have food for you. And then look who's come over to say hello as well. How are we all doing? Are we all just hanging out in the orchard? You gonna say hi? You gonna be friendly, Wilson? Yeah? Look at this beautiful coat coming in. So he was sheared and he was just like, he almost had like no hair, but now it's growing into this beautiful texture. Almost, this reminds me a lot of what it looked like when he was a little lamb, because this is how his wool used to be. What do you think, Wilson? Do you like your cut? Do you feel nice and fresh? And these two are hungry. They have no shame. They will go straight for my fingers just in case I have little pieces of oats in between them or something. I've run out of feed for them that's good for them, and I don't like to give them anything random. So, hello? Are you gonna bite the camera? I don't have anything for you, but you have tons of bugs and wonderful things to eat in both of the ponds. They have been completely filled up for you guys by beautiful Mother Nature. And I think you should go find some food over there. And I will go buy you some bird feed in town next time I'm in town. How does that sound? Are we good with that? Are we good? All right. I'm gonna go say hi to Wilson. How's it going, Wilson? Just grazing? He probably feels so good with this new cut just because of how hot it's been today. He is loving life because it's just hot.